like
the switch just puts it on by.
It's probably whatever
Turn
setting
your
up.
phone fucking off and throw it
Throw
away.
it away, straight up.
You have an iPhone,
Dude, he fucking bought an iPhone.
Fucking loser. You're pathetic coward. Yeah.
He put it in his pocket. No, sit on it. Just sit on it.
Tucking in over here. Go ahead.
And those are supposed to be user-friendly phones.
Hey, listeners, you guys.
I like that one.
Okay, man. Fuck it, whatever. Hey, listeners, you guys are listening back to LTB Cast. Yeah, it's Inder Preeti doing the announcement to come in, you know. I don't know how to fucking do this, but it's still way better than Joda. But anyways, I'm your host, Inder, a.k.a. Preeti. I'm co-host over here, Gajo, to my left. And another one, Kevin. He's over
Also
here
to
to my
the
left. And to my right is Joda. And let's go! Greatest entrance ever. Greatest entrance ever.
Preeti's so excited to do a intro.
So that's what we do.
I don't know if this intro will make the final cut.
What the fuck you mean?
Hey man, I do the edits. I don't know.
I thought this was live.
I don't know where this thing's gonna end up.
I thought this was live.
It might end up on the cutting floor.
Oh my god. Fuck you.
It's like, you know, in Hollywood when you think you like got cast in a movie,
Oh,
that's
yeah,
the big
yeah.
part.
No, they even shoot it and everything.
shoot you.
You
Yeah.
watch the movie. Oh shit.
You spent,
Oh, they deleted
spent
all my
like 10
scenes.
days on set, fucking, you know, thought you worked so hard, practiced your lines, everything, and you didn't even make the cut.
Like when Joey Tribbiani wants to show his
Yeah,
drama,
yeah.
and then all of a sudden he's like, "Oh shit, they cut me out."
Like if it was a movie, then
Yeah.
you're like, maybe I'm in the extra scenes or something. The extended cut, maybe.
Don't worry, Preeti, your name will be in the credits.
But I don't even think they release the DVDs anymore with the extended cut, so you can't even watch them.
What you mean? They do.
Yeah, but who goes and buys a physical DVD
I know,
anymore?
everybody
You
waits
know
for
what?
Netflix anyway.
Like Disney
Blu-ray?
Plus, they have a lot of extras.
Oh yeah,
That's true.
And Blu-rays, I will still buy them.
You still buy them?
Like the ones that I love, that I fucking buy them.
Lunatic.
All right.
Like maybe just like two, maybe like just like 2 a year. But fuck, you have to buy certain ones.
Alrighty then.
They're only pornos. He's like
He wants to see the behind the scenes.
the making.
You've been talking about Ron Jeremy a lot lately.
Shit.
It's like you watched a biography on him or something.
No, I don't do that.
Do you know the girth of that man?
I don't even know the porn stars' names. Okay. So
He just knows them by face.
that
He
is
recognizes all the dicks. Oh, this guy.
He's sick bastard.
All right, Preeti, what would you like to talk about?
I don't know. What are we talking about?
Host extraordinaire?
I just want to do the entrance. You're a better host of the.
You're a fucking loser.
Fuck you! I give him a compliment. Fuck you!
Fucking loser.
This on the day he wins our fantasy championship.
Woo! Let's go!
Let's
I didn't want to bring it up, but you know, I'll be the bigger man and be the first to
I was
congratulate.
gonna hold it down, right? I was gonna be like, no, I don't want to say it, but if you want to say it, thank you for that.
Preeti,
you,
you know, Preeti's, he spent a long time. You know, he's done a lot of training. You know, this year I think he actually almost gave up, but you know what? I'm glad
He did almost give up earlier in the season.
Buddy, at the beginning of the year, I didn't give a shit.
He was pretty rattled. He was pretty choked.
Yeah.
You guys are
And
acting
then-
like he doesn't do that every year after the draft.
Yeah, he always messes up the draft.
Yes.
But then, you
One
know,
time I drank a sip of beer and it ruined my whole draft.
a sip, the one
It was
sip.
legit like a gulp.
Literally.
Yeah, it was legit like nothing.
And
a whole sheet of stats and
I
everything.
fucking
written out.
drafted Amir Abdullah like
Third
fifth
round.
round.
It was
you fucker.
third.
round.
Dude,
Fifth.
it was third round.
We'll check it.
It was third round. This
check it.
freaking idiot.
It
He
was
did-
so early on.
He did great tonight, guys.
didn't even do that well.
I know, better than
Booner.
Booner.
Okay, Booner.
So, yeah, Preeti is the champ.
Woo!
And just coincidentally, I don't know how this happens, but it seems like the commissioner wins every year.
Yeah,
So my conspiracy is that these motherfuckers cheat.
100%. There's no
I-
way they
okay,
You
are.
want to be commissioner next
Every time Gajol,
Yeah, maybe.
make me commissioner.
year? Okay.
Every time Gajol was commissioner,
If
he
we're all
won.
commissioners.
That's not true.
It's true in my eyes.
We've
And
done
wait,
it-
and I looked into it. You can't really cheat.
Of
Without,
course,
like-
the commissioner, the guy that just fucking won.
No,
I
I
was
was
trying
trying
to
to
cheat
I was like,
everybody.
you know,
I looked into
trust
it.
me, guys.
Trust me, I looked into it.
I tried everything. It worked, but it doesn't work.
No, I was trying to see if he ever cheated, but it would pop up. it would pop up that
You cheated?
something.
Me and him were co-commissioner. I was basically trying to figure out a way to make both these idiots in the finals lose. But
How can I make both of them lose?
Oh, everybody got 0 points.
Make them go playoff for 5th. But all right, congratulations.
Thank you.
Soon you will be presented with your belt.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
But honestly, who cares about this season
Yeah.
now? Let's look forward to next season.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is over. and
That's
done.
what I do. That's what I do every year.
You can't spend too much time thinking about the past.
Next season starts now.
Yeah. Start strategizing. You know, start.
I'm going to start training right now.
Start training those thumbs.
Yeah.
Picking up all that data right now, man.
That means nothing until the season starts, though, man. So much shit can change.
So much shit. Think about it. In the beginning, remember, I
the
had
biggest
Antonio
change
Brown.
is if any of these motherfuckers get a guarantee, basically they're right off next year.
Yeah.
Fuck them. Don't pick them up. They ain't gonna do
Seriously.
shit for you. Every one of these motherfuckers who has a guarantee didn't do shit.
It doesn't make any sense. It's like
They got
need
the
to
money.
be,
now.
they need to be paid by incentives or something.
No,
like,
but by year.
It
It should be by
sucks
year.
because they're always paid
My
about.
point.
No, they're always paid for what they've already done.
Yeah.
Always paid for. Oh, you've already done this, so now you're gonna pay like you've already. And like I understand that,
The
but it's
injury
like
aspect is just such a variable, though,
I know.
and that's what sucks.
Yeah,
That's what
you
sucks.
have to factor
Yeah.
that in. And they're just like, yo, we need to fucking like I'm risking fucking all my shit right here.
Yeah.
All my eggs are in this basket.
But that's the way of this league. So
I know.
you can't like if you start being stingy, then they're gonna go somewhere else. What are you gonna be left
Yeah,
with?
somebody's gonna pay him.
Somebody will pay him. That's
Oh,
the
like
thing.
Kirk Cousins. Fuck.
That guy should not have gotten paid.
Yeah.
That was apparent
Yes.
in this game.
Seriously.
He sucked this game, but it's okay.
No man, he's pretty shitty. Like
never-
he's been good, but prime time never been good.
That's true.
He was never really mentioned in the top 5 this year.
Oh, he's not top five.
Yeah, and he's paid them highest.
Yeah.
Him and Stafford and I forget who else. They're like they're like the highest paid, and they're the fucking.
Yeah,
They ain't at the top.
they ain't at the top. That's for sure. Anyways, enough about football.
Yeah.
People don't care. People don't care. Preeti Wan. People don't care about.
I care.
I sure don't care.
Nobody. Nobody at this table cares.
Yeah.
So moving on.
Kevin's so mad over there.
Fuck it, bitch.
We will post a picture of Preeti with the belt. It will not fit around his waist. But
You sick fuck. Why are you such a poor, like a sore loser, man? Where's a good
We need
sportsmanship?
extensions.
I'm gonna fucking hit you with the belt like WE, bitch.
You gotta win again next year, then stitch them both together. Then maybe they'll fit. Maybe.
oh man!
Fuck you guys. Now I'm gonna fucking flaunt it all over your face.
And you have to buy yourself your own Lombardi trophy. We will not be paying for it.
Fuck you.
Anyways, any of you guys watch Game Changers,
Yeah.
the documentary on Netflix?
Yeah.
Almost converted me.
Dude,
I know.
I was so. If I showed you my text messages, right away I was hitting on my wife. I'm like, "Yo, I think I'm going plant based. This is the way to go. You know, fuck it."
Wait, let's clear it up. It was like it's an MMA fighter.
So
MMA fighter.
okay. So it's an MMA fighter who does a documentary, and it's actually produced by James Cameron and Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah.
Oh wow, I didn't even know about that.
Big money behind
Yeah.
it,
Crazy,
Yeah.
crazy,
right?
crazy.
Big money behind
And
it.
big names.
And that's why it's everywhere in your face and the media and everything is because of the big money behind it. And obviously the vegan people have been really propagating it as well.
Propaganda.
But yeah, man, I was fucking sold, right? I was so sold.
The blood thing sold me.
The blood
most.
thing is what
Yeah,
sold me the most.
Sold
yeah.
me on it.
And
And the boners.
The erections.
Directions.
there's
What?
for those
My
of you,
erection is longer?
for those of you who haven't seen it, there's a part where they take athletes, these three
I think they're
athletes.
college.
I think they're,
What?
they're
Oh, those ones were.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
those
I
ones
think
are
they're
like
college athletes.
They take these 3 college athletes and they basically put like this dick measuring tool on their penises.
They basically gave him
circumference.
It's a fuzzy
Yeah.
cock ring.
girth.
It's a double
scientific cock ring.
yeah.
Scientific.
It's a double cock ring, one for the base and one for the head.
Yeah.
And basically it measures your erection while you're sleeping and the length of your erection.
So they made them eat. What was it? It was like
They meet one day.
yeah, it was a meat.
was a
one day.
meat
It was like
burrito.
it was a Mexican type.
Yeah,
of a
meat
dish.
burrito. It was a
one
meat
day,
burrito.
and
Yeah.
next day it was plant based.
Yeah. So the
Or
day
was it
they
next
had the
day or
meat
like couple
burrito, they
days?
tested
I don't know
them.
if it was next day, but
yeah.
it was a different.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's just say different.
And then they, on another occasion, they had them do the plant-based burrito and then measured their erections overnight. And their erections lasted a lot longer and were a lot
Bigger.
Dude, it was like 300% more,
Yeah, dude.
250% more.
It was
Something
like
ridiculous.
a lot.
I think 2 of them were black, 1 of them was white, and the white guy was thoroughly impressed.
And they're all like, "Oh, next time we go to Jay, we ain't ordering those steaks
Yeah.
and shit."
I'm gonna have a salad. But it told me the blood one was crazy. They put the blood in a transfusion.
Yeah.
And the people who had eaten meat, their blood was like cloudy.
Yeah.
They had fat in the blood. Was what
Yeah,
they
it was
were
something
saying.
like that.
Yeah.
And then the other one was like clear. And I was like, yo, man. I'm like, fuck, that's it right there. Sold. Right? About to like convert and shit like that. And the next day,
Convert, like,
Join the cult.
What the fuck?
I was about to go all in. I was like, fuck
About to
this,
shave
man.
his head. I'm vegan meat bullshit.
I'm like, the fucking meat's
Fur is murder.
I'm like,
You already can't even eat steak.
that's
and
what I
shit.
mean. I'm
yeah.
like, meat's done nothing but fuck me up. I'm like, fuck this. I'm done, right? And then I was listening to the Joe Rogan podcast the next day, and he had like somebody on it who basically like debunked most of it. And I was like, man,
It was at me.
fuck these game changers. Right? I'm like, these fuckers are lying. They withheld the truth. They like skirted around some of the results. Not everything was scientific. But there is another podcast that was done with the producers or the individuals involved with the game changers. And apparently that one kind of clarifies a lot of the stuff. So I haven't heard it yet. But once I do, I will make my decision at that time.
They will make that decision for me.
They will influence me into what I will need to do for the rest of my life.
Which is probably only going to last a few weeks. And then he's going to go right back to what he was doing.
That's probably true.
A lot of it, they're just like, "Oh, we just feel better. We feel more energized and stuff like that." So it's like, if it's kind of like that, like I think it's different for people, each individual. So it's like, maybe you should try it and just test it.
So
and
the
see.
one thing that the interesting one is they went to a fire hall in New York, and they were talking to the firemen, and they put the firemen on, I think, 30 days or a few weeks.
I think it was even longer.
It might have been longer. I'm not sure of going plant based, and all the firefighters came back and like, oh my god, my energy's so much better. This is that. This is that. This is that. But what they didn't tell you was that all those firefighters were the most unhealthiest eaters, and like if you're having KFC every day and fucking ribs and steak and all that kind of shit, and then you go plant based, yeah, you're gonna feel better.
Yeah,
but
because
if
they
you
were just eating less
but if you
junk.
ate clean, like even with meat, you would probably still feel fucking good.
yeah.
Right? So the comparison of, oh, look, this person, like, you know, their markers are so much better, their health is so much better now because of this. It's like, yeah, that's like saying taking like somebody who's obese, who's been eating like shit, and then putting them on plant-based, and they're like, oh, look, this guy lost weight.
Yeah.
It's like, obviously that was going to fucking happen.
That could probably happen with the same way, the other way around too. You could be like, okay, this now we're gonna give you like steaks and stuff, and they're gonna give you like grass fed and stuff, give you the proper shit.
Yeah,
and you're probably
but that was one of
feel better
the
too.
tests they did on it. Was they gave it was like organic grass fed meat, and then compared to just regular meat, and then compared to plant based.
Yeah.
And the plant based did like way better than even the grass.
But again, they're not comparing apples to apples because
Exactly.
when you look at
The amino acids.
the amino acid profile
Yeah.
of each one, the composition is completely different.
Yeah.
So it's not even like, you can't even compare the two because the amino acid composition of what the meat does and what the meat gives you, the plants can't even like close to give you.
Yeah.
So
you have to
there's
eat like a way more, much larger amount or something.
all that kind of stuff. So just at face value, you just can't say that plant based is
And of course,
is better.
they just cherry picked all the stats that are
100%.
good. Like they're not going to tell you, but on the other side, the meat does.
You're gonna be
this
deficient
way
in this.
better. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And they talk about
The B12 was the one where they were talking about.
Oh yeah, that
was
you have
the
to supplement
biggest one,
regardless, basically.
Yeah.
one of the
'cause
other
they're like,
ones
oh,
is-
you don't even get your B12 from the meat.
From
It
meat,
comes
yeah.
from the dirt and stuff. And
but when they were talking about the daily recommended intake, DR, or there's like an acronym for it, your daily recommended whatever it is, that's like actually to get you like just above starvation. So that's like your daily recommended intake is like, this is the absolute minimum you should be eating. And if you look at the quantities of what that is for plant-based, it was very fucking high. Like what you have to eat for plant-based to even get your daily recommended average or intake or whatever it is. So like they're like, yeah, you can eat that, but you're gonna be unhealthy at that daily recommended level, right? So there's a lot of shit like that.
Well, that was the biggest thing I took away from it was they kept saying plant-based diet. They didn't say go vegan. They didn't say go vegetarian. They just meant cut back on the meat.
Yeah.
Because that is a big thing about what we do, especially in like North America and shit, and like the Western countries, is we fucking have meat with every goddamn
That's the
meal.
biggest part of our meal. It's like, what are we gonna
thing.
eat? Yeah, the other vegetable, all that shit's on the side. What's the main fucking
It's always,
thing I'm gonna
it's always
fucking
we got
shove
our
in my
meat
mouth?
and we got something on the side. A little bit of veggies on the side.
One simple rule that a dietitian, one of the other podcasts I was listening to about with a dietitian on it, very simple rule. She's like, water always, veggies most. She's like, just keep that as your simple rule. She's like, always have water and drink a shit ton of it. She's like, stay away from any other beverage. Always have water because water is super essential to even absorption, and transportation of the nutrients and all that kind of stuff. And then the second one is most of your plate should be veggies, and then add whatever else you want to it. I'm like,
What if my sugary drink has water in it? What if my sugary drink has water in it?
I'm like, that's a pretty good rule to easy rule to remember and go by. So water always, and veggies most.
So the one that actually shocked me in that one was that they're trying to say that soy product protein
That doesn't create bitch tits. I don't believe that one, man.
and that because that's always been told to us, and that's why we always like, I'd rather just have regular meat, right? And it's like, but they're like, oh, they have the blockers that block that shit. Somebody needs to go in depth with that.
Somebody really needs to do
just one full
study
video
on
of that.
that. Does soy products give you bitch tits? Because as far as we're concerned, there is estrogen in soy, which increases the estrogen level, which gives you bitch tits.
But the way
That is the scientific name, right? I believe it
The
is.
scientific name is
gynecomastia.
Gyno.
Yeah.
But
getting bitch
the way they were saying it in that documentary was that, hey, no, it actually has something else that blocks it too from you absorbing it or some shit.
Yeah,
I'm not saying I fully believed it, but it'd be interesting if that was all fake, like false throughout our years, man. It'd be weird.
straight up Donald Trump. Fake news.
What do you think about milk?
I don't think I've actually felt this way for a while that I don't think you should drink milk.
Milk, yeah, we shouldn't be drinking.
Not
Honestly,
good for
I
you.
especially love milk.
I think milk is delicious,
Especially when I saw
especially chocolate.
when I saw the sugar content of it. That's what I was like, yo, man, this has a fuck ton of sugar in it. It's not good for you. So like, if you are gonna have milk, get the proper whole milk, grass-fed whole milk. Avalon Dairy sells it. There's a bunch of companies that sell it. The difference?
You mean raw milk or just
No, it's just called whole milk.
I thought whole milk was like the one that's
Homogenized?
No,
yeah.
whole milk is different.
That's whole milk.
Yeah,
Homogeneous.
yeah. Whole milk.
I think it's 4%.
So our friends at Edeline Dairy, they don't have it.
I don't think they have
They don't
it.
carry it?
They've got steroid milk.
Well, that's a miracle.
Yeah,
obviously.
dude.
Fuck.
They put extra in it afterwards.
Yeah.
But whole milk. Even you take a sip of that, it's completely different. It's nice, thick, and creamy. And like,
That's why Jonah loves it.
fuck, should have said that. Should have stopped while I was ahead.
He started drooling. Like
You know how immature we are, you stupid idiot. And you say thick and creamy to us. Like we aren't going to
Why
react.
would you say those words to us?
You fooled yourself. You played yourself like an idiot. Like a fiddle.
Yeah, fuck.
Anyways,
Anyways, get the good stuff. And even with butter, man, buy grass-fed butter. Yes, it costs a shit ton more. I think it's like $9 a brick or something like that.
Holy fuck.
It's way more.
Fuck that.
But it's so much better.
what's regular? Like 3?
Three something.
Just buy whole milk and then make your own, churn your own butter.
But the grass-fed butter, again, like the color of it, the smell, the taste, it's way different.
Creamy, isn't it?
Super creamy.
Have you ever held milk straight from the teat?
Yeah, back in India.
Human or milk?
So, what is it? Slovenia? No, fuck, Dave Chappelle.
Breast
Which one does he want?
You made my day.
Yeah.
Cambodian.
Cambodian breast milk.
Cambodian, the good
Cambodian
shit.
breast milk. Shit.
Yeah, no.
Fuck, I saw this
a long time
story
ago.
the other day. It was, I don't even know if it was fake or real, but it was like some people were out in sea, whatever, and they had no food left, and they literally survived on this one chick's breast milk. It took turns.
Was
And
this
they made-
real?
I don't know.
No, but how long?
I think that
Wow.
was a chapter of Life of Pi.
couple
right?
weeks.
If they keep sucking,
Couple
she's
weeks-
gonna
no.
keep producing.
No, how? You need something to feed her too.
Yeah, what are they feeding her?
Maybe she's sucking her
Maybe,
own.
she's maybe it's like a bird. They suck it and they pour it into her mouth.
Oh, what the fuck?
It's like a transfusion of titty milk.
Or her titties were big enough she could suck it herself.
I've seen that.
I've also witnessed it.
No, it can't be a few weeks, man.
Or it's like that girl at the festival who's just spraying it and she sprayed it in her mouth.
Oh, that's fucking nasty. Fucking nasty. But yeah, a couple weeks, no way. Maybe like
I don't know.
a week.
Maybe they had like rations and they were just giving it
Give
to
it
her.
all to her, right? That makes more sense.
Yeah, we feed her, she feeds the masses.
Yeah.
16 people.
What?
Lost at sea in a
Holy
small boat. This is in 2001. 16 people cheated death with a mother's milk. Their throats were so
How long?
bad some could only spit blood. They could barely talk. Someone passed her on the journey to Puerto Rico, called Little Angel of the Sea, gave a unique gift. She shared the breast milk once reserved for her 1-year-old daughter back home. They were there 12 days.
How does she divvy?
Damn.
How does she divvy up like the quantities? Like, you know, what if she like
You get 10 sucks.
yeah?
Hey, that's 11.
What if she like? What if she like?
How many suckles?
How many suckles? How do you divvy up the suckles?
I don't know. What if one person's a better sucker?
That's true too. There's a technique to it.
There is. I believe Preeti is very good at it.
Preeti can extract the hind milk so good. The hind milk is the good stuff.
You would know you.
I got 3 kids. I know this shit.
You breastfed them all.
He knows, guys. He knows.
Today is not my day.
I don't know why you keep coming after me. You're gonna get smacked up after.
I didn't say shit to you.
You know you. Come on.
You were looking at him.
I was eyeing him up. Eyeing up those titties.
Have we talked about keto?
No.
Haven't we?
We probably have.
a lot.
Have all three of you done keto?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I will never do it again.
Well, it fucked his shit up.
Yeah, you can.
It fucked me right up.
You
Put me
got
in the
that-
hospital.
You got diverticulitis because of that?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
same thing that Brock
probably.
Lesnar got.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think you were
So-
doing the idiot's version of just fucking protein and meat and not thinking about the fat aspect.
No, the fats were high as well.
Oh, really?
It was the
Alright.
fiber. It was the fiber that killed me. I did not consume enough veggies.
Oh yeah.
I focused way too much on the meat and the
That'll get
fat.
When did that lady tell you that veggies most? After that?
Yes, this was very recent.
This was last week.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, I tried keto. It works.
It worked really. I liked it a lot.
It worked.
It's just hard to live in this society as
Yeah.
go to other people's. Like if you're just living by yourself, it's fucking great.
No,
yeah.
but keto is a lot easier to live to be social with because anywhere you go, you can get
Meat.
you can get meat
Wings,
anywhere
wings,
and,
wings,
and,
man.
and fat anywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere I went, go wings.
Yeah, you can get wings. You can get a burger with all the fucking mayo cheese you want, just wrapped in the lettuce, and it still tastes just as damn good.
I don't know about that.
How long did it take for your bodies to adjust and not feel like the first time you had it, it probably felt so shitty and greasy?
3 to 5 days for me.
Yeah, for me,
Yeah.
I think it was about 3 or 4.
I want to say a week. Yeah,
3 to 5 days, I was like fucking like on a different level.
Interesting. I feel like almost any of these like diets, and this is just me fucking bullshitting, but any of these diets like that, and or like going vegan or anything, it's like once you just pay attention to what you eat, you're gonna get
That's
healthier.
true.
yeah.
That's
Literally.
true.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
true.
the other thing I found is I used to intermittent fast, and I did intermittent fasting for a long time. I have found that it actually doesn't my body does not respond to it.
Oh,
Really?
what?
Yeah.
Mine, like I'm optimal at that.
Yeah.
Like if I fucking go even eating healthy, like proper, like
Yeah.
I even had that good food chick come into my
yeah.
house. And then you
Yeah,
make
yeah.
your own meals, but they pre-package or whatever. Anyways, when I was eating them like 3 meals a day, like I was sluggish and shit. I work the best that I get everything done
Yeah.
basically in the whole fucking day, and when it's at the end, then I eat.
Yeah, that's how I work. And,
Because like I got the most energy all day. I'm fucking on it, and when I eat, my body goes, okay, now just like go sit over there.
I know I've been intermittent fasting for like 3 years now.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I just never stopped. Once I started doing it, I was like, oh, I feel way better. Whereas every time before, I'd eat breakfast or lunch and be like, I just want to lay down.
Yeah.
Like I'm tired.
Even if it's healthy
Yeah,
as fuck, like
exactly.
it could just be like eggs and like
Yeah.
For me, my metabolism just worked differently. Like now that I'm having proper meals, and I don't do 6 meals a day. I just do 3 and a snack in there. But because I'm having 3 meals at a consistent variable, I'm dropping. I'm way more in like my body's conditioning is way better than when I was intermittent fasting.
Well, you gotta just figure out your own way, man.
Yeah.
Like if I'm working
So
out,
that was my learning lesson is just intermittent. I thought it was like because the benefits of intermittent fasting are huge, right? And I was like, okay, I'm like, this is a no brainer, and your body should just naturally adapt to it. But I didn't think it was gonna have a negative impact on me. So.
like for me, any day that I don't intermittent fast and I actually eat, it could be like 6 hours later that I go work out. My workout is like 20% less. But if I don't eat, my fucking workout is just crazy, and then I go ham.
See, I was a complete opposite. I with the intermittent fasting, I found that my body stored more fat and all that kind of stuff. I wouldn't burn it off as much, and my workouts were actually like worse. I would lose energy faster. And this even happened like when I work out now, even with my 3 meals, my regular meals. Usually I have my snack before I go to the gym. If I don't have that snack, huge difference in my workout on whether I'm gonna. And my trainer notices it right away. He's like, "You didn't eat before you came, did you?" I'm like, "No." He's like, "Yeah, I can fucking tell." He's like, the body.
See, it's everybody's different.
very
man.
different.
Yeah, because I'm completely opposite. If I have a snack before, I'm fine.
It could be the smallest thing too.
Like a
And I'm
granola
just-
bar or something. Like I stopped taking protein shakes with me when I work out.
Yeah, I'm
Like,
done. I'm done with those too.
Yeah, like,
I'm done with those. I don't do protein. I do BCAAs. That shit. That's the only thing I do. That's all I do, and it just works best for me. I finally know what the fuck works best for me. Finally.
Yeah, I find that's the best. Is just fucking fuck around with a bunch of different ones.
I think you have
Just
to
commit for like 2-3 weeks. 3 weeks at least. I
I think 3. You need to do at least 3 to 4 weeks for it to notice a difference.
Yeah.
See how you feel, what how your body's responding, and keep making tweaks. That's the only way. And same thing even with your workouts. You know, like if you're doing your same composition of your buys and tries and chest and back or whatever, whatever your split is, switch it up. You know,
Oh, buddy,
switch
I
up
switch
your
mine up.
activities.
I switch mine up every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Like
First,
it gets
2 weeks is too short.
no.
That's too
Mine
fast.
gets shit. It's boring then. My get shit.
Wow, it's not about boring. It's 2 weeks is. I think you have to. I think even with the muscle groups, it's 4 weeks.
it depends how long you're working out.
Dude, I change it. Dude, I fucking work out 6-7 days a week.
Yeah,
And
well,
that
if
is
you're
also
doing
not
that-
good for you.
No, but the thing is, I do it in a way that it's fucking awesome. I know my way. Trust me. I used to do 5 days, and it works better this way. It's so weird because I always thought it was gonna be the 6th and 7th day was gonna be harder.
So are you just?
Mine are quick, like mine are 45 minutes.
Yeah, so
mine used to be an hour to hour
So you're
15.
doing single muscles in
No,
a day, or you
no,
still?
I switch fucking shit up. Like
Oh, you
crazy.
do? Okay.
Yeah, I switch it up. It's just that time, and I need to like just go ham for that 45 minutes, and then I fucking get.
Yeah,
the
if
fuck
that
out.
works for him and he can go every day and it works.
Yeah.
that
I
works.
know. I gotta start
Hey,
doing
again,
trial and
yeah,
error.
tune your body. Right?
Because
Figure it out
especially
for
what
yourself.
happened to me when I take those day off or 2 days off in a row.
Yeah.
Dude, it's so hard to go back.
It is, man.
So like, and the worst part, like the drinking the next day, then I fucking go. I quit.
I quit.
The best meme I saw was I think it was today. It was like shout out to all the people. Fuck the getting ripped, all that kind of stuff. Shout out to all the people who just get up and go to the gym because that is the hardest fucking part.
Yeah, it is.
You know, I'm like, yeah, that's so true, man. Sometimes just going is like the hardest fucking.
Oh yeah,
part.
there have been days where I'm like, okay, like I'm gonna work out, and I just lay there. I'm like, no, I'm not.
See the thing
Like I
that
just straight give up.
the thing that always pops in my head when that happens, I'm like, you never regret a fucking workout when you go.
No, you don't.
You always feel better.
You're never like, why the fuck did I do that?
The only time probably like if I hurt myself a little bit, but that's different. Then that's your fault for having a bad form. Just go lighter weight or whatever, right? But you never regret just a regular workout. You fucking feel way better. You feel like you even feel better. Like say if you almost didn't go and you go and you fucking feel like a beast afterwards. You're like fuck yeah. I'm like I got this shit.
I don't know. Sometimes I've been so fucked up that like I worked out and stuff, and even after I'm just like, ah, fuck. Like I still
Really?
feel like shit after. Yeah.
What the
Well,
fuck?
Because I think I'm like so like just out of energy and
Are you
shit
talking
that,
about
like,
when
I
you're
don't-
sick or when you're actually like?
No, when I'm just like
Okay.
not I'm not
Not
sick,
feeling it?
but I'm just not feeling it, and then like
But that's
I
the-
don't push as much as like I feel I should be, and then like at the end I'm just like I could have done
Oh,
better.
see, that's the thing you got to take out of your mind. Like,
Yeah.
I think like every third day that I go, I'm not pushing to like where my numbers are. Like I have my like sheet, but it's like, yo, you're still working out those muscles.
Yeah.
Right. As long as in my head, as long as you're not injuring them, injuring yourself, right? You fucking
I
did
know.
great.
That's always been my problem is I fucking go way too far. Like I always go to exhaustion. My workouts when I started working out would be like 2.5 hours because I just fucking go and like I'm not even working out full body. It'd be like a few muscle groups.
Just the buys, 2 hours. Yeah.
No, it'd be like chest and tries and like and shoulders. Or like just back and buys and like fucking 2 hours, and I just be because I'll just keep going until it's like, well, I can't lift shit anymore. And I'm like, I'm done now. But
Do you go to
need that
failure every
rest.
time?
Huh? No, I switch it up. Like I said, every 2 weeks too. I switch it
Yeah.
up. Like sometime my shit is like failure. Sometime it's like, oh, I just go to a certain number that I want to hit,
Yeah.
and then I actually try to go more sets that time, man. So I
Yeah.
would just go more sets. I fuck around, just fucking switch everything around.
So yeah, your trainer was saying something about like
Keep 3 in the tank.
yeah.
His whole thing is RPE something like that. Is 70%. So keep 3 in the tank.
Is he a trainer for like normies or athletes?
His specialty is powerlifting. He's the guy is
That doesn't answer my question.
so he trains everybody, right? But his background himself, he's a powerlifter. So a lot of his principles come from the powerlifting side of stuff, right? Which I found because this is the first time I've kind of worked out in with that mindset, and I found my gains have been awesome with it. Just with even the mix, like I always did the typical, the split two body parts split, right? And so with him, it's 4 days a week, no more than 2 days in a row, right? So the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesdays off, Thursday, Friday, and then cardio, light cardio on the weekends.
You do the cardio?
No,
Yeah,
I
just wanted to ask that
fucking
because
hate cardio.
I know.
Oh, so then you go
Cardio.
more than 2. So wait, I'm counting cardio days as
Okay.
workout days too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. They
Yeah.
definitely
Okay.
will.
Okay. I thought
And
you
then
wasn't.
but like the workouts are an hour and they're like they'll fucking kill you.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
And that's with leaving 3 in the tank, but because the breaks are short and then a lot of you do the big stuff, like if I do squats, that'll be by itself. But then when I go to chest or something, chest will always be supersetted with chin-ups. And then the next, when we go from that, and then we further go to the isolation because it's a full body every 4 days, right? And then there's a major muscle group with a break in between. So if I'm doing squats on the Tuesday, I can't do squats one day and then deadlifts the next day.
Yeah, obviously. Yeah, you gotta let those muscles.
So the squats are on the Tuesday, and then the deadlifts on the Thursday, and then further into the workout, it's a 3 muscle superset. So like you're fucking done by the end of it.
Yeah.
You're and full core, everything. You basically hit your core cardio, lower and upper body, and you're good to go.
Core is the only one that I slack at like crazy. And it's supposed to be the most important.
It's important all around, and not for the 6-pack aspect of it.
No, I don't give a
But
shit.
for the stabilization of
Your other big
your
moves.
usually people who have
your
lower back
your
problems.
posterior chain,
Yeah.
right? That the core is super important because you want to keep that tight and locked for everything you do.
Yeah. Usually people with lower back problems or with like posture problems is because they have a really weak core.
Yeah.
Or they don't stretch their hip flexors.
Yeah. When I used to run, I used to get lower back pain, and it's because I have really tight hamstrings. So it pulls on my it just pulls on my muscles a certain way that it gives me lower back pain. So I have to do an extra job of stretching out my hip flexors and my hamstrings.
Do you wear a bra?
Do you stretch out your hip flexors like Dak Prescott?
No. So my warm up is in the beginning. So I do foam rolling in the beginning, and then I've got these like certain exercises and core activation stuff, and then I can just go straight into my workout, and that's it. There's no stretching afterwards. It's that first stretching with the foam rolling and the core activation stuff, and then that's it.
You know, fuck. They call powerlifting like the squats, bench, and deadlift, and then the other weightlifting. That one's like the cleans and snatches and fucking the actual power ones.
Oh, those aren't power?
No, the
those are
powerlifting is
Power is just the three
Power
that
is those
make
three. Deadlift,
the
squat,
1,000
bench.
club,
Yeah.
right? Those that you have to get to the 1,000.
Yeah, deadlift, squat, and bench is your powerlifting, and then weightlifting, like Olympic weightlifting, that's your cleans and your squat, snatches and your jerks.
I gotta get into those clean and snatches. Now I think I have enough
Clean your
confidence.
snatch after you jerk.
That was all just a setup for that.
You definitely
You
need to
walk
clean
right
this
in.
up.
Fucking hell, man. Can't even have a proper conversation out here.
But one of the snatches are dangerous. You can injure yourself.
I know, that's why I was always been
I
scared of
fucking
them.
never do them anymore.
No,
My
never does
shoulders are
snatches.
never.
If you haven't learned properly and started from the basics all the way up, just leave the snatches.
But I want to do like ridiculous lightweight at the beginning.
If you're
just for the form.
gonna do snatches, do kettlebell snatches. Don't do it with the bar.
Yeah, I could do dumbbell and
Yeah.
stuff like that, but I would never do the bar one.
Do
My
not do it
shoulders
with
are
the
too
bar.
fucked
You
for
will
that.
you will fuck your shoulders up if you haven't learned properly.
Yeah.
But one of the best exercise for power cleans, man.
Yeah.
Phew. Dude, you will notice a huge difference if you did power cleans. If you even did it once a week for a month, massive difference.
And box jumps.
Yeah.
Box jumps, man. Fuck, I have a fear of falling.
We need to build a better box because that's the main problem. Is like they have these boxes and they're just. Well, actually, now they do have better ones. They're
They've
like
got
kind
the
of foamy, but they're like
rubbery.
sturdy.
Yeah, they're-
So it's like even if you hit your shin or something like that, dude, my shins are all fucked up from that stuff.
I've seen people's shins get jacked the fuck up by hitting it into a box.
Dude, I was like done for like a couple weeks because I hit my shin on something. It fucking was opened up so bad and
Did
then
you
it
get
got
to the white
infected.
meat?
Oh yeah, I got
Oh,
the
yeah.
white. Oh, dude, it was the worst.
That's deep.
See, that's why I'm not fucking with jumps.
Yeah.
But at a university, they had a box jump, but then they just covered it with a wrestling mat. Perfect.
Interesting.
Stapled it to it.
Yeah,
We should do that.
seriously.
Use the old wrestling match.
And have it on a wrestling mat, even if you fall.
Yeah,
You know,
fucking
we
fun.
should get somebody in who knows a lot about fitness. I got just the person. We'll bring him in.
All right.
We'll get him to.
Actually, yeah, let's get an interview going on
Yeah.
with fucking a fitness guy. We'll
We will.
fucking learn some shit.
But we've been slacking on the interviews.
We have been, man.
We've been slacking on a lot.
There's so many people.
We've been slacking a lot.
There's so many people who have lined up and then just never got back to you.
Wow, you're fucked.
No, you know what it was? It was part of it was when we were moving to the new studio,
Yo,
right? getting it sorted and set up here, and then after that, it just kind of
I know this was supposed to be our chance here to invite people over.
exactly because it's like it's set now.
You know what
we
it
don't
is?
have to move anything.
Because you guys don't let me put posters up behind me. It
fuck
make the
no.
atmosphere, man. Atmosphere.
I know. I kind of
Fuck
agree
it.
with them. I feel like if we
Like,
started
No,
doing,
we do need to do something to the room.
Yeah.
yeah. We need to add
I
some
should just get a bunch of paint and just.
fucking Picasso over here.
He's gonna fucking body paint to the wall.
You can see fucking nipple marks everywhere.
Just sand all our nipples everywhere.
and sack marks too.
From your huge
Just
snatch.
the sack. Just the sack.
From your dirty snatch.
All right.
yeah, we got to set up the TV and shit too.
There's so much stuff that needs to be done.
Anyways, that's not
We have a lot of work to do. I don't want to do any of it.
Yeah.
Let's
Order some
all
shirts
right.
too.
Let's
That's
try.
next.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's talk about that.
Oh, yeah.
So
yeah.
we had a
We had a giveaway.
we had a giveaway, and
We fucked up.
we fucked up.
You know what? It's not my fault. I don't have Apple products. I don't know how this shit works.
Nobody has Apple here except
wasn't
for
even there.
Jordan now.
Jordan, now it's your fault. It's his
Yeah.
fault.
Oh, they got him. They got to him.
Fool.
I just started sucking on the apple teat.
Yeah.
How many weeks?
I just got it. Just got it. So,
But
there are
anyways,
some frustrating things about it.
yeah,
It's,
like you're not allowed to swear in the comment section.
Yeah, so we learned that the hard way. Thank you, everybody who went out and voted.
Yeah.
And then they sent us messages saying we can't see our reviews, and we're like, yeah, we can't see your reviews either. And then Apple sent us a message saying you've had reviews with swear words in it and profanity, so they've been removed.
And we're the one that told you to swear.
And we're the one who told you guys to swear. So we
At
have
Kevin.
I wasn't there, so I take no responsibility.
This is all Kevin's fault. If you were
Kevin's
late, we
fault.
would have
If you
never
were-
told you to swear.
Yes.
It's 100% Kevin's fault, but we have found the perfect workaround and perfect fix. So for all of you who voted, go back and vote again.
Go
Hold
swear
on.
some more.
No. Go back and vote again. Leave us 5 stars and make sure you leave a comment. The comment is
No swearing.
important.
No swearing.
And just say Kevin's an idiot.
No,
Wait.
Kevin is a coward.
Or
perfect. Kevin is a coward.
If you add even any other like adjective, like Kevin is a yellow-bellied coward.
Be creative.
Be creative.
Or you could say nice things.
Kevin is a nice coward.
Yeah. Kevin is a courageous
But
coward.
just don't swear in them. But you can use coward and you can use Kevin. You can use them both together. You can use them apart with a space or with a plus sign in between.
Kevin plus coward equals heart.
So please do that. We're gonna get shirts printed, and we will.
And we'll pick one, and we'll ask you your size first.
So wait,
obviously.
no, hold on a second.
What?
How are we gonna contact that person?
Why can't we? Why can't we just? You should know.
See,
Apple
I
guy.
don't know how any of this Apple shit works, so
No,
that's on
'cause
you.
the-
Can't you just
No,
contact
username.
that username?
It's not. I don't think it's connected.
Man, what
Isn't
the,
it by their email or some shit?
No, it's not.
what the fuck is
Fuck
this?
Apple.
Fuck Apple.
You know,
Goddamn Apple.
Comment on Instagram too.
Okay, send us a DM and tell us which comment was yours.
What? People are gonna do that,
Yo,
Jamal.
man.
Fuck, how do we do this then?
We gotta make it easier.
Okay, then actually no. This is what we'll do.
Oh, comment your
This is the winner.
We'll pick the winner.
Yeah, and we'll say it
then-
out on our podcast, and they can reach out
and
to
then
us.
be like, DM us.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the
There
easiest
you
way to
go.
do
Yeah.
it. All right.
You're making it so
I
difficult.
was
I know.
So difficult.
Go do that,
Go
and
do
go to
that. And
another
go over
thing.
there, and then drive to my house and pick up the shirt.
Screenshot this. Send us a letter, and then
The main thing is
Take a
Kevin is
picture
a
of it.
coward. Don't swear in there though.
Yeah,
Man,
don't swear.
that-
We
that
fucking
really-
lost all the comments.
I was
If
so
you say nice things,
I
you
was
have a
so
better chance of
choked.
winning.
so choked.
yeah.
Anyways, leave us a comment. Make sure you hit 5 stars.
Yeah.
And now we're gonna move on to our next segment. It's called Content Corner. We're gonna back ourselves in a little corner. We're just gonna talk about the best content you've seen in the last week. It could be anything.
Oh, shit, I wasn't ready. Shorty last.
I
Shorty
wasn't
last.
ready. Shawty's second to last.
It can be anything. It can be a movie, a TV show.
Okay, I got mine.
It can
None of
be
you guys can take it.
some new music you've listened to that you want to share with the people. It could even be something as like a really viral meme, Instagram post, anything that you've seen, some form of content, a book you've read, an audiobook you've listened to.
Okay, because
So anything you want to share with the listeners that you think might be beneficial to them. So Kevin, what's your content of the week?
Well, it just came out the other day too. The Witcher TV show on Netflix. That shit's been cool. I've only seen the first 3 episodes, but so far it's fucking solid. Like for me as a fan of like the video games and shit, and I ended up buying the books too, just to get into those and get more into the lore. But fucking Henry Cavill,
More into the what?
lore of the
Holy
world.
fuck, dude. Save some pussy for the rest.
shit, son.
Getting into the lore. I'm like, what the fuck is that?
There's that other podcast called Lore too. They had sick like.
I don't give a shit about that.
It's a fucking 4-letter word, goddamn.
Anyways.
But yeah, Henry Cavill fucking kills it in that. Like he was pushing hard for the role. Like the second he heard they were gonna make this, he fucking talked to his agent. He's like, "Get me in that. Like, get me as."
I'm surprised he would want to go from movies to Netflix.
Why?
Why?
Just because that's a big thing with actors.
Not anymore. It used to be. And Henry Cavill,
Look
like,
how
he's
big shows are. Now.
yeah,
Yeah.
like shows are like look at
And
Game of Thrones changed
Yeah,
the game because
yeah,
and even before that, like Lost and shit, The Sopranos, like it's been happening for at least a decade now, where people are like, okay, like TV is like back to where it's at now because I mean, it's like you can make a long version movie. Almost all this shit is like a movie, just fucking 10 hours.
Because everyone binge watches anyways. Right?
Exactly. Yeah. So and plus with him, like Henry Cavill's a pretty like nerdy guy.
All right,
too.
we heard yours.
This guy's such a hater.
I know,
He's a
man.
hater.
It's because he doesn't like any of those fantasy.
Yeah.
No, I
elements and
do.
shit.
I fucking love
He
him.
literally only watched Game of Thrones because everybody else watched Game of Thrones.
No,
he's a
I
sheep.
what are you
He's
talking
a
about?
sheep,
I like
100%.
I even watched Avatar again yesterday. just because I was like, fuck it, I want to watch
watched
Avatar.
it.
How? What does that prove?
I know.
What are you saying?
I don't
The
know.
highest grossing,
I know
the second highest grossing movie. You want me to watch that
the
again?
most popular movie of all time, pretty much.
You know what? I went back to this
Shut the fuck up.
this gem that nobody's ever heard of.
Move on.
Hidden gem.
Gurjot, what's your content?
I got two.
Okay.
One thing, Marshawn Lynch back with the Seattle Seahawks.
Maybe.
Like,
no, it's 100%.
100%. He just got signed. Anyways, that was the first one. I don't like Seahawks, but I fucking like Marshawn Lynch, and I'm happy he's back. Number two, and this is the local boy, Akam fucking killing it on Monday Night Raw. He's got like the top spot. Sunny Jean, so
So nice.
Wow.
top spot. He and his partner,
AOP, Authors of Pain.
but they've teamed up with Seth Rollins, and they're like fucking terrorizing everybody in WWE right now. It's like a fun time to be watching it. Yeah, it's. I think he's the contact of the week type of guy right now. He's killing it, and hats off to him.
I agree. Let's give it to him. That's a good one. Solid one. Preeti.
No, I shot it last, so fuck off.
So I've got an Insta. Well, he's not an Instagrammer. I'm just trying to find what the fuck his name is.
So Jordan ain't got shit.
No, I do.
This is Googling some shit with top
No.
news of the last week.
Dude, I fucking downloaded it, and I don't know where a goddamn Apple, man. I don't know.
There it is.
I do not know how to use this motherfucking phone.
Holy.
Fuck.
Yeah, don't you wish you let me talk about The Witcher some more, you fucking bitch?
He's such a. Oh, there you go. His name is Naval Ravikant. He's a tech entrepreneur. Joe Rogan did a podcast with him, episode 1309. Super inspirational. It's just, you got to listen to him. I think this guy's going to be the next big up and comer. Not up and comer, like he's a OG actually in the tech world. But now on the social side, you're going to start hearing him a lot more and probably seeing a lot of quotes from him and stuff. Just his way of thinking is, it's very inspirational. I strongly suggest you guys look him up. What the hell is his name again?
What the hell is wrong?
What is this guy doing?
Man, it's just one of those fucking
You're
days,
garbage
man.
at this.
Naval Ravikant. Episode 1309 on the Joe Rogan podcast. Have a listen to that one. Preeti, you're
Fuck,
up.
I don't got shit. I'm just gonna say some stupid shit. Hey guys. Okay.
You
I'll
listen
say,
to music all
I know,
day. Just
I got-
drop
okay,
a
okay,
track,
I got
favorite
it.
track right
Drop
now.
a beat.
Oh,
Drop a
favorite
beat
track
for us
right
right
now?
now.
Wow.
Roddy Ricch, The Box. It's fucking too good.
Don't know have a clue that is.
Roddy
up
Ricch,
right
dude, he's
now.
fucking so good, so good.
Is he like that Windex guy locally? Or?
No, he's not
Windex.
local guy. That guy's funny.
Oh.
He's not like that crazy like that. But he's like funny. He's good. He's good though. But anyways, this is
Roddy Ricch?
Roddy Ricch is from Compton, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah, he's fucking killing it. He's fucking really good, the box. And then I don't know if I think we might have talked about Juice WRLD. Did we talk about that?
No, we didn't at all.
Oh yeah, we didn't.
Yeah, he passed away. And a lot of people are blaming the fucking pilot right now.
Pilot.
Who?
it before the flight
who else was on?
His
Pardon me?
boys.
Yeah, so somebody's like, "Oh, the pilot's the biggest snitch in the world."
Yeah.
and the snitches shouldn't deserve any platform and stuff like that. And it's like,
Platform? What are you talking about?
why are you guys giving snitches a voice? Like basically saying fuck snitches.
Yeah, but this is different.
That's
That's
different.
a pilot. That's a pilot. But anyways, so they're blaming him because he. So what happened was that he called the police
Because you
He's
tried
like,
to save the dude's fucking life.
What the fuck are you talking about?
I don't know.
Yeah, what happened with this? I'm very confused now.
If Jonah shuts up, he might fucking listen to the story.
I'm like, did I hear a different story or something?
I'm gonna keep cutting you off.
This is what happened. I'm pretty sure he's flying back home to Chicago, and they're on a private jet, and they jumped on the plane, and I don't know at what point, but the pilot saw guns. So I understand. What the fuck, Jonah?
No, man, you gotta pull it together.
Calm down.
My bad.
Is it still going?
Yeah.
Okay.
He just deleted the episode.
The episode in the-
That would suck.
But anyways, going back, the pilot called the cops like, "Yo, these guys have guns, right?" Which is totally acceptable. I'm not saying like he's a snitch for like that, but like if it was before, right, and he was like, "Oh, the guns," if it was for his own safety, 100%. There's no like obviously that's for his safety, man. And you're a pilot. We've seen what the fuck happens in the air and shit. We don't know who the fuck's who, right? But so because of that, they raided him right when they got down, and he was already fucking high apparently, and he popped a bunch of pills and he overdosed right there.
Because he ingested basically everything that he had on him. Type of
Yeah,
thing.
well, they had 17 pounds of weed with them.
How the fuck did he eat all that?
So
Okay,
they're
that's
blaming
all-
the pilot
that's
that
all-
he
yeah.
had 17 pounds of weed.
No. So
They're
that
basically-
was all fine, but
No,
they
they're
that
blaming-
pressured him
I
to
see.
eat the pills he had. The
Yeah.
weed, I don't think they give a shit about.
Yeah, because I'd only heard about the overdose part. I didn't hear anything about the pilot.
Yeah, so the pilot
that's
is the
what-
one that
oh,
called
okay.
him, and then there's a lot of talk going on. Like, so a lot of rappers are going, "Yo, you should have had a fall guy," right? Which a lot of people do.
Yeah.
Which
They literally pay the guy to be like, yo,
Yeah, if you ever get-
if anything happens, this is yours.
I'll take care of your family,
Yeah,
fam.
you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Take care of your family, fam. You're taking the fall. Don't snitch.
Okay, Jonah. Anyways, but which is fucked up. He's fucking talented as a motherfucker, and shit's crazy, man. This drug shit's fucking nuts. These pills and shit.
Well, it's the shit
But
they're
he's,
taking now.
he was also one of the ones who's like, he glorified lean. I think he had a huge
no.
lean
He was
addiction.
actually trying to put out right now that let's stop doing drugs, and he was trying to. I bet he was trying to quit. Or something.
Quite ironic.
I think
with
he sent the
17
wrong
pounds of
message.
weed.
Look, listen. You could make as many jokes as you want about if addicts trying to fucking try, like,
Yeah.
like fuck you, Jonah. straight up. That's how it is. But like, the problem is the whole industry's trying to fucking do that. It's not just you can't blame one person and shit. The whole industry has to.
I think
shift.
that's what I think they all need to change their mindset and start talking about the dangers of drugs, rehab, the effects of that, all that kind of stuff. Because people have died from going to rehab.
Yeah.
Right.
So what's coming out actually after that happened now, Juice WRLD, there's a few artists that came out. They're like, look, I want to point out that I was in rehab last year when I was missing here. There's a bunch of these one coming out now that going, hey man, like I was fucked up at this point. That's why I wasn't doing anything.
But
I had to cancel that show because of that.
People shouldn't be hating on that though. I think that's the other problem is in the industry.
Yeah,
they
but that's
hate
the
on
industry.
that.
But
Yeah.
now listen to this. Fucking, how long ago did that Future song come out? Percocet?
Molly
Oh,
Pearl,
Molly
that was
Percocet?
years ago now.
Yeah.
That was like
So-
5 years ago.
Yeah,
probably?
probably like 4 or whatever.
Yeah.
But then he was in an interview later. He's like, "Dude, I don't even fucking do drugs anymore." He's like, "I just fucking."
I just think about doing
he
drugs.
literally,
He just says words. He didn't
Yeah,
even sing.
exactly.
He just says words.
He's just trying to get you hype, whatever. How you take it is the way you
Yeah.
take it. But the thing is, at the same time, there's got to be people out there going, "Yo, man, this fucking shit's like." this
Same
shit's
thing in
whack,
Punjabi
right?
songs.
Yeah. It's all
Everything is fucking gang banging, drug this, and
That's it.
fucking
Drinking
japa this.
Glock.
Yeah,
the
think
last,
and
in the last week, how many Punjabi songs I've heard with the Glock in it is crazy.
Dude, that's see
Even the female singers are coming out with fucking songs that are called Glock.
Hey man, equality.
gun.
Why not?
Like, what the fuck, man? I'm not a fan.
Guerrilla
It shoots too
warfare.
high.
Yeah, it's too much. Like that's what I'm saying. Like you're trying to like, what are we all we're gonna listen to is fucking Glocks or on that side. All we're gonna listen to is drugs on this side. Like, come on, man. Like we gotta fucking like
gotta
that's
branch
why
out.
that's why I like artists that I see their fucking their struggle, their pain, going through a bunch of shit. Like fucking even like Eminem. He's going through. Look at him now.
Oh,
He
yeah.
went through fucking relapse, this that. He's clean as a motherfucker. You never see him having fun anymore. That's because he had to quit all those fucking drugs and shit.
Yeah, if he,
And that is
if
what
he
it
puts
is.
himself in that situation, who knows what will
But
happen,
look where
right?
he's at right now. He's
yeah.
fucking dude. That's my number 2 rapper of all time.
Who's already went on
Huh?
your list, man?
Who's
Yeah.
number one?
I'm just saying.
Who's your number one then?
No, why you asking
Yeah,
that?
because when you already fucking said two, you have to ask number one.
Tupac. But anyways, you gotta see the ups and downs. Like just like Tupac too, you saw his ups and downs. Like there's songs that he was like basically crying and shit, like going, oh this that, right? Like you gotta see the whole full story, not the fucking just the hey man, Percocet, Molly Percocet.
Yeah. I don't understand today's rap. I don't think anybody does. It's just mumble.
It's all mumble
So
rap.
it's called mumble rap. Anyways, that was a pretty good content corner. We'll keep it a little bit more brief next time.
When it comes to
I don't need the backstories.
then don't bring it to me then.
Just tell me the
Just
song.
skip over.
I really like this song. This artist is bumping. Go check it out. Available on iTunes.
Not iTunes. Fuck your
yeah,
Apple.
fuck you right, dude. Yeah.
Spotify.
Google Play Music.
But yeah, let's wrap it up for this episode. And thought of the day is eat clean, train hard. I think that's a pretty fair one. Know your
Water
body.
always.
Don't
Veggies no.
Very,
Very
Very good. Very good. You are doing very good.
I don't know what I was about to say there, but very good.
I don't know.
And fruit all the time.
Fruity. Anyways, thank you all for joining us. Until the next time, peace.
Have a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays.
Very good.
Rokosari.
Rocco Study Center.